Right, this video is all about how to come up with ideas for ultralight, really cheap ground sheets. I've got a really lightweight tent, it's fantastic. This is an old Robert Saunders Jetpacker Plus. This was designed in the 80s, but it's still really good. I think you can even still buy them. Now, the only drawback is that although this whole tent only weighs 1.75 kilos, the inner tent part of it weighs over 600 grams. I think it's 650 to 700 grams for that. So that's quite a lot of weight. That's the heaviest part of the tent. Now I figured that in the summer I didn't really need this inner tent unless there were mosquitoes around and that sort of thing. So I thought I could probably come up with just a lightweight ground sheet to put in underneath the fly. And the fly obviously fits in there. So that packs down really small. The pole is in here, but I can use my trekking poles instead. So again, I don't have to carry that with me either. Oh, and then the pegs. So the easiest solution, I thought, would be just a plastic sheet. This is what I found, and it literally is just a plastic sheet. It's just about big enough to cover my thermarest, but no more. It weighs very little. It weighs 140 grams, that's all. So it's really lightweight, but it's not really big enough. So I started trawling through the internet, and I came up with this stuff. This is roofing underlays, the felt that they put on the roof before they put the tiles on. Now, as you can see, it's quite bulky. I can fold this down in half, but it's still a bit bulky. It's about the same size as the inner tent. This piece I've cut here is huge. This is 1.5 meters wide, and it's 2.20 meters in length. That weighs 400 grams, so again I've saved weight. I can cut this to exactly the footprint of my tent if I want to. If you know a builder, I'm sure he'll give you an offcut. I got this from a friend of mine that's a builder. He gave me 5 meters, so I can play around with various things. It's not cheap to buy if you were to buy it yourself, because you have to buy it on 50-meter rolls. So you really need to find somewhere where you can get just a little offcut or something like that. But my best solution is this. This is tiny, as you can see. It weighs 120 grams. I've got a little strap on it just to keep it nice and tight. But this is cut to the shape of my tent. I hope you can see it all right. And what it actually is, it was one of those rubbish cheap beach shelters that you see without a front door, ground sheet and just like a windbreak. It was an old one that a friend gave me because he knew I like to do things on the cheap. And I've basically cut the roof section off. I've left in place pegging points, and that is more or less the same shape as my tent. So that saved me, oh well, half a kilo, so loads, 2.2 pounds. That's a huge weight saving. My mat fits on there perfectly. That's cost me nothing. Brilliant, I love it. If anyone else has got some other ideas, let me know.